Hi, my name is Richard Dunn, and I'm going to show you how to use a program called Aircrack to determine a network key for a WEP network. Now, what I'm showing here is actually going to be a series of screenshots. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capture this video live, but we will be able to go ahead and walk you through the process using this. Now, what we're in here is a version of Linux called Kali. This is a great little version of Linux that you can record, that you can put simply on a USB drive and boot your computer into Linux right from the USB drive. That's great because it allows me to go ahead and access this without leaving my Windows setup, which is my preferred method of using my computer. So we're going to go ahead and start out just by opening a terminal window. And we're going to start activating our program by typing airmon-ng, and that's going to show us our adapter here that you'll see. Our interface is WLAN 0. So we're going to go ahead and type airmon-ng start WLAN 0, and we're going to get an error message. In my case, it says found two processes that could start trouble. So what we're going to go ahead and do is follow the instructions that it gives us. It says to run airmon-ng check kill. So I went ahead and did that. It's killing those processes. I'm going to go ahead and run my command again, and it starts the interface into monitor mode. From there, we're going to go ahead and do airreplay -ng-9 WLAN 0 MON for WLAN 0 monitor. And it's going to say injection is working. Now, this program, unfortunately, is very picky about what sort of network cards it'll work on. And at this point, if the injection is working, that means you are in business, your network card is acceptable. It's going to try directed probe requests. Here it did actually find the network we were looking for. But I'm going to go ahead and type aerodump-ng WLAN 0 MON, and going to go ahead and let it scan for some networks. Now, we can see here that it did find the network we wanted. It's a WEP called RWDUN1. It's cut off, so you can't quite see all of it, but we're going to go ahead and hit Control-Z so it'll stop looking. And we're going to take note of a couple of things here. First of all, the channel, which is 11, and the MAC address. Now we're going to go ahead and open a second terminal window, and I like to move that terminal window just below that MAC address, just below the line that shows what my network is. So we're going to go ahead and type in aerodump-ng-c, the channel number, which we got from here, 11, -w router pass -- BSSID, and then our MAC address, which we have right here, and WLAN 0 MON. And that is going to start monitoring the for beacons and for data on that network. From there, we're going to go ahead and open another window. We're going to have a total of 4 windows when this is all done, and this is window number 3. We're going to do airplay ng010-A, our MAC address, and WLANamon. And we're going to do it again with another set of commands, airreplay-ng-3-B, MAC address, WLANamon. And it's going to start getting ARP requests. And it's going to start reading these packets. From here, we're going to open our 4th and last window. We're going to type ls in order to get our directory. And we're going to let it start looking for the actual key. We're going to type aircrack-ng routerpass-01.cap. And we're going to get a lot of data coming up. And eventually it's going to come to this, which is going to say failed next try with 5,000 IVs. Now, my computer, for some reason, was processing through these very, very slowly. We did get this to work the very first time that we did it. The rest time it was working on it, it was just taking a really, really long time. So unfortunately, after I got it successfully the first time, my computer froze, and I don't have a screenshot of the completed product. But this does work. It does take a little while. I mean, in my case, it was 10 to 15 minutes before it worked. But it did work, and it gave me my network key, which for this example, I had made a very simple one, which was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Obviously, in real life, no one would be dumb enough. Hopefully, no one would be dumb enough to use such a simple key, but it could happen. So at this point, once we have that, we can go in and use that key to gain access to a network. So this is our presentation on how to use Aircrack. I appreciate your time, and this is Richard Dunn saying so long.